Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to what is another edition here
I can't hear you yet, so you
of
gotta
the
give me a
Brill.
minute because I can't hear you yet.
What do you mean you can't hear me?
Can't hear you yet.
But you're talking as if you can hear me. Sounds like we're having a pretty normal dialogue right now, no, Michael? Oh, he really can't. He really can't. This is not your ordinary episode of the Brill and Dumb Show here.
No, this is a gauntlet.
Tell him what we got going on today, Joey D.
Michael's taking a step into our worlds. That's what he's doing.
Okay. I gotta stop because I do want him to hear this. I do want him to hear this. There is a little bit of technical issue. Mikey, we hear you great, by the way, pal. It's actually, I gotta say, it's kind of nice to not be the one with technical issues. It really is.
You really turned a new leaf over, Bob.
I appreciate
Good
that,
for you.
Joe. I really do.
You got a good setup. I mean, you got a couple of wild paintings there, but the room looks
Sounds
good. The sound quality is great. You went and bought a new pair of headphones.
Yeah.
You're really committed to the craft.
You know what, Joe? If you didn't say it, I would have, and I appreciate that.
It always sounds nice when it's coming from somebody else.
Wow, what a little tunnely, if I may.
Yeah, I mean the mic. I don't. Mike's gonna.
He's back.
That's a little bit better. All right, yeah, Mike.
Now I can't see what's going on there. I can't see.
We're just gonna. Wow, ladies and gentlemen. So Joey, are you serious?
We have waited a long time for another Mikey V food challenge on the Brilliantly Dumb Show, and that is exactly what we're getting today in honor of our much awaited, much deserved sponsorship from Wendy.
This is a bowl of sweet and sour sauce. That's all there is. Sweet and sour sauce.
Wow.
So in line with the sponsorship from Wendy, Michael has decided to do a challenge. Now, Bob, do we have a timer? Do we have like some kind of clock? Because he's going to attempt to eat 50 nuggets in less than 5 minutes. Is that correct, Michael?
No, then 10.
No, it's 5 minutes, Bob.
No, it was 10. No, it was 10.
Yeah, 5 sounds crazy.
10, but I bet you I could come close to 5.
Oh, you said you could do 5. That's right.
I think I could come close to 5, yeah.
Now, Mikey, a couple things before. I know you want to get going because I know you don't want those nuggets to get cold, but a couple things here.
Sure.
I think that 50 nuggets in 10 minutes is an incredible feat. But if you want to be that bold and bump that line down, you can, unless you want to keep it at the 10, which I think
we can move it. We can move it to 7. We can move
it to 7. Good for you, Michael.
Are you?
I'm telling you right now. I'm gonna.
He looks locked and loaded. He looks ready to go.
Are you want to move this line down to 7?
Well, Bob, we need a timer. Hold on.
Well, let's just have a little bit of a dialogue here for a second. Mikey V just took this 10-minute line and said, "Fuck the 10 minutes. I'm gonna bring this thing down."
Nimble.
I got a lot of people are chirping on Twitter that the 50 nuggets is not a challenge, that they could do it in their sleep and this, that, and the other thing. So I'll say to them, loyal, faithful listeners, voiceless members, whoever you may be, after we post this time come Tuesday, if you could beat it, by all means beat it. But this means I got to set the bar as high as I could possibly set it.
Good for you.
If I could do this in less than 5 minutes, I will do it. If I could physically do it, I'll do it.
You got to tip your cap. I mean, say what you want. 7 minutes. Now, Mikey, I before we do get into it, okay, I know you're eager, but I do want to say, well, first off, Joey D's got a question, so we're going to go down to Joey D first.
I just want to make sure, Bob, that we're counting each nugget.
Yeah, make sure you're counting the nuggets because I'm going to go 2 at a time. So
I'm going to have the stopwatch, Bob, and then together we need to watch to make sure
Ticket or Bone are going to have to put like a little clock.
Meter.
Yeah, which I don't think will be a big deal. As soon as
like
Bob
a counter.
says,
well, we could do we could do a nugget counter, but the bottom line is there's 50 nuggets in the bucket hat. So when you see the nuggets,
some people will question though, Bob. Some people
that's crazy. That's crazy. He's not scamming. It's 50 nuggets inside of the bucket hat.
That's right.
Mikey, you talked about, and I said let's save it for the show because I was curious. You said that you wanted to stretch your stomach last night. Is that a real thing?
So when I did the Spanky's Burger Challenge, 5 burger patties, pound of fries in under 7. I did it in 6 minutes 9 seconds. Day before, you're supposed to have the biggest meal you could possibly have, and then for the next 18 to 22 hours, a complete fast with only water. to keep your stomach stretched out. So last night I had an order of buffalo galamad. I had 3 slices of bar pie. I had a double cheeseburger, 2 orders of French fries, and a large ice cream cone.
And so you didn't eat at all at Legoland because you're coming off a doubleheader at Legoland.
No, nothing today at Legoland. That was yesterday at Legoland. I had all of that in one sitting. That was like dinner.
My.
Yeah, it was tough. I was in a bad way, bro. My stomach was out. This is like as flat as my stomach has been in a long time. Last night it was huge. It was insane.
I'll tell you right
It was
now.
like it was like a Joey D stomach.
If
You said that. I didn't say that.
My stomach is built out of ceramic or marble or something because it's chiseled.
if Mikey V just takes the line from 10 to 7, if he does this feat, I think it's very, very impressive. I really do. Joey D, do you got the under or you got the over?
Oh, I think he'll do under 7.
I do too. I really do too. Now, without further ado, you're going to have me and Joey D on the call. I will get the clock running as well. This is the Mikey V Nugget Challenge.
I'm going to clock on my end too. So when you say go, I'm going to press start real quick. But
okay,
keep in mind, 2 at a time. 2 at a time.
2 at a time. 2 at a time he's going to be doing. Now, for those on the audio, Joey D has his hand up again. Joey D.
Well, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Bob,
Okay.
but I do have a question, Mikey. Are you wanting us to encourage you? Like, does that help you, or do you want us to
Oh,
be
it's
quiet?
all bet. Of
Oh
course.
no, chat it up, chat it up,
Yeah.
chat it up.
Okay. So,
All right.
but keep in mind, Joe, just because the way we record too, we almost don't want to talk at the same time, or else it gets kind of muffled in between until we can get a studio, maybe sponsored by Wendy herself. But that's neither here nor there, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get into it for those
Good
listening.
angle. Is this a good angle? You
I
think?
think
Yeah,
that's
yeah, yeah.
fine. I know you'll have a lot on your plate, no pun intended, but yeah, if you can kind of hunch over a little bit when doing it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
That's good. That's good. That's
For
good.
those on the audio, we highly recommend for this thing going over to YouTube, but we will keep you updated on the 1s and 2s. And without further ado, you're going to
Wow.
have the 50 Nugget Challenge brought to you by Wendy's and Mikey V. Mikey V, I'm going to give a countdown from 5. Here we go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And he is go. He is off to the races. He's going
There's
right
2,
into the
Bob.
sauce.
There's
two.
4.
Oh my God.
There is 6 down the old.
He's coming
gullet
in
there.
really Whoa, he's okay. He's okay. That 7 minutes is going to change a lot, though. He's got 6. We got Joey D on the counter as well as the clock. Joey D, keep it up. Now, a little slower out of the gates than we might have thought.
7. That's 7, Bob.
That's 7.
Mm-mm.
That was
Don't
okay. That
worry.
was 8.
That was
Hey,
a
go.
2-piece, so he's got
Okay.
8. He's very
Yeah.
composed. He's very good. Now, man,
That's
this is
10. That's 10 now,
keep
Bob.
in mind, this is a father of 2 that you're looking at here that has dedicated his time here today. A father
Wow,
of 2.
Bob. He is more than a fifth of the way through, and we're less than a minute in.
That 7-minute
12.
mark,
That's
coaching.
now 14. That's 14 now,
He's
Bob.
really got a good
He
pace
is
going
in
now.
a great way right now. He's
I
less
don't
than a
know.
minute.
I
14
mean,
in less than a minute, Bob. 14 in less than a minute. He is in a great shape.
But that's a Poland spring water that is not going to
Oh. Now the lubrication is a wild play. He's down to 16 now. If he gets a 20 in under a minute, that's 18. Oh, he's going to be at 20 in under a minute and a half.
know what's
That is
amazing, though?
20, folks.
You
20 and a minute and 15 seconds.
You would
He's
think that,
almost
Joe,
halfway there.
you got to mix it up. You got to mix it up a little bit. Send it back my way now. Now, keep
Well,
in mind,
go.
by the way, he's not full. You might think that he's a little bit full. He is not full. I've seen it
No.
before. He's not. Back to you we go, Joseph.
This is 22 now. He's approaching halfway, and he's a minute 35 in. That's 24 nuggets. He is officially about to break the halfway mark.
You're doing really
now.
good, Mikey B.
Oh,
You're doing
he's
really
crushing it.
well. Keep it up, Mikey. I'm really proud of you, Mikey.
Come on, Michael.
Keep
He's
it
at
up, baby.
24. He's past the halfway mark. A minute 53 in, 26 nuggets.
Mikey,
He
are
is
you
more
full?
than halfway through.
Mikey, are you full at all?
He's focused,
No.
Bob.
Oh my-
28.
This is-
28 nuggets.
You got less than 5. You got to keep it going now, Mikey.
You
You
gotta
got to keep that
it going,
pace.
Mikey. You got a great pace going.
You
That's
really do.
30.
Oh,
That is
my
30.
Oh my!
Oh, he is really moving, dude. There's that Poland Springs. That's the lubrication right there.
Ladies and gentlemen, keep in mind this is a father of 2 out here doing it today on his daughter's birthday. This guy's
Wow.
Nuggets. Here he is.
That's the 32 piece right there, Bob.
Oh,
He is flying through this. He is doing very, I mean, we're at 2.5 minutes. He's at 32 nuggets.
wow.
Holy shit. That's 34.
I'm gonna tell you this
Mike,
right
got
now.
16 nuggets left. I mean, he looks fucking tremendous.
If he can get through this, he will be applied to some sort of eating challenge through the Brill in the Dump Show. Because what you're seeing here today is heart, it's grit,
Dedication.
it's hunger.
36. 36
I
now.
mean, this guy is absolutely
3 minutes. He's got 36. He's averaging 12 nuggets a minute. 12 nuggets a minute is what he's at right now.
And by the way, completely keeping pace with the start that he has in the Nugget. Just an
That's 38 piece. I'm watching. Holy.
I mean, this is an unbelievable display here you're seeing.
That's 40. He's got 10 left. Mikey, you got a minute and a half to do 10 nuggets to break the 5-minute barrier. You are in such good shape, man. You're almost there, dude.
This is unbelievable.
My God, that's 42. He needs 8 more nuggets, Bob.
This is absolutely. This is unbelievable. I mean, I highly recommend taking a look on the YouTube. What you're seeing here, man, this is unfucking believable right here.
Am blown away, dude.
He's keeping the same pace
Yeah,
that
he is.
he
That's
had.
what he's doing. He's doing what he has to do.
What's our nugget count?
He's at 42. This would make 44. He would have 6 nuggets left. He's got 8 with these 2 in his hands. Oh my God. He's recomposing.
Yeah, I mean, Mikey, you got time. Take the time.
Oh, there it is, 44. He's got 6 nuggets left. Come on, Mikey. You can break that 5-minute mark. Break that 5-minute mark.
Break that 5-minute mark. Break that 5,
Michael. Come on.
Break that 5, Mikey. Break that 5. Go ahead, Mikey. Go ahead, Mikey. Break that 5.
Come on now, Mikey V.
My God.
Come on now, Mikey V.
Keep it up, Mikey.
6 nuggets left. That's 46. 4 more nuggets. Hold on, it's 48. He's down to 2. 2 left. 2 left.
You got 18 seconds, Mikey. 18 seconds, Mikey.
Oh, okay. He's got it swallowed, Bob. He's got 10 seconds to swallow. Oh, my God. Come on, Mikey.
Oh, get it
5.
down. Get it down. You can't get it down. I mean, look.
That's okay. That doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
I mean,
When
look.
he swallows, Bob, we stop the timer. When he swallows, we stop the timer. This is an unbelievable feat. Oh, my sweet heavens.
He's down. Hold on. He's
All
not
right.
down yet. He's not down yet. Hold on here.
This has been unbelievable to watch.
It really is. I'm telling you, man. Oh.
Whoa!
Gentlemen.
Whoa!
Give it up for Mikey V right there.
526, Bobo!
Clap it up for Mikey V, man. You know.
This guy put his body on the line. Holy shit. 526. I mean, Bob, he essentially averaged, because the last 20 seconds he was chewing. He essentially averaged.
I had him in to get under 5 and I couldn't swallow. It was too
Yeah,
much.
it's okay, man. But you're essentially, he averaged 10 nuggets a minute.
I'll tell you, man. It's oh my God.
I'm good.
All right, Michael. Give it up for Mikey V, ladies and gentlemen. Just the heart of a lion. Unbelievable stuff.
I mean,
there.
if we had put out 10 minutes, I mean, that would have been
That's why we had it. And you know what? I'm telling you right now, man. People want to tell me they could do this in 3 minutes. I'd love to see it. I don't know how you'd swallow all this shit in 3 minutes. No fucking way. No way.
Holy.
I mean,
he was housing them, Bob. He was just firing at will.
Let's give a moment for Mikey to get over to his setup now, get the mic. I mean,
I moved my whole computer onto the bar, so I'm going to set the mic up. You guys can talk. I'm going to do it right from here. I'll stand in
Okay.
I'll do Pat McAfee style and stand the whole time. It's fine. By the way, this hat, I'm going to need a new bucket hat from our friends over at breezygolf.com. This hat,
we can make it
hat,
for you.
By the way, great hat. Great hat.
I mean, Joe, when we did the Chick-fil-A challenge, how many nuggets was that per person? Stay with us, Joe.
We did 40. No, I'm looking at this time. 526 is unbelievable. We did 200 nuggets, right? Divided by
between the 3 of you?
Yeah, the 3 of us.
That's a ton, man. You're talking 70 nuggets a guy
But
almost.
Mikey, we
But
think
there were
about
the
it.
Chick-fil-A ones. There were the little ones.
Smaller ones, and also too, we had over 2 hours to do it.
That's still though. That's a lot.
Mikey,
I
you
mean,
would have,
I just ate 50. So what am I talking about?
and also,
In 5 minutes, Michael.
Mikey,
And you
those
did full-size nuggets.
those Chick-fil-A ones are smaller. I mean, it's really, we got to really have the dialogue about possibly a Nathan's hot dog. I mean, maybe Nathan's gives us some sort of exemption, like a PGA Tour thing or something. Like a sponsor exemption, you know what I mean?
I could never do hot dogs like that. I would vomit. And I'm not into dirty water dogs like that. Like it would just make me sick. I wouldn't be able to do it.
What would you ideally do?
I said shrimp cocktail would be something that I could do that. I could do that.
I'll tell you what, that would be a lot. What does a shrimp cocktail challenge look like time-wise and total?
I mean, I don't know. At my leisure, I could put down an 18 shrimp cocktail inside of like a couple minutes. 18 shrimp cocktail.
At leisure, Bob.
I'm not talking tiny shrimp. I'm talking the big boys. Let me go get my mic.
I gotta tell you what, Bob. I expected good. That exceeded my expectations.
This guy, like, I know the pros of this are this is what they do. This guy can he's really, really good.
Yeah, he had a system that he just kept with the whole time. He didn't deviate from the system at all. And I mean, aside from not being able to swallow the nugget, I mean, he had all those nuggets in like consumed. Yeah, we hear you.
Good.
I'm saying, Michael, aside from swallowing those nuggets, you had them consumed within under 5 minutes.
Yeah, I'm pissed that I didn't get 5 minutes, under 5 minutes, because I had all the nuggets down, meaning I had them chewed. There had to be like 6 or 8 nuggets in my mouth at that time, and I just could not choke it down. Like I was choking it. I sucked down 2 bottles of Poland Spring through that. Like that was necessary.
But
maybe if I had another bottle, maybe.
If you knew, you never knew that 5 minutes, or you were playing for the 7-minute mark. If you knew that 5 minutes was the mark, you would have started. I mean, you would have probably approached it differently to where you would have got the 5.
I don't know. The 2 at a time was a good strategy, but it becomes a point where I eat so fast that like it gets caught up there, and like they're not. Like it's just tough to choke them down. They're just tough to get down after a while. It's. You know,
they're good.
You have to stop eventually to swallow. You can't just keep shoveling them in. You have to, and the swallowing is the tough part. But the water helps. The water really helps a lot. But
that's pretty amazing. I mean, pretty. You could almost bring him in on a Bob Does Sports challenge, and he doesn't even have to take a stroke. Like you could just have him just doing putts.
He'd be like the human garburator.
Yeah, I mean, oh my God, man. Oh my God.
I feel like shit now, man.
Now, but let me ask you something, Mikey. You don't think that will you eat at all the rest of the night?
No.
See,
How would you say 50 nuggets?
I know, but when we do
water. I'll have water, and then tomorrow I'll do fasted cardio. I'll do an hour of fasted cardio in the morning and try and pay for my sins.
You know what's amazing is like I can never like. By the way, shout out G baby, happy birthday to G baby.
Happy birthday, baby!
Wow,
love you,
you
baby.
know, could
a
you
dedicated
imagine,
food challenge for G baby is pretty special.
Like I can never like. I think about like me as a kid. Like there ever being a time where like my dad's not upstairs because like he's downstairs, just like doing a 50 nugget challenge. You know what I mean? Like isn't that
times have changed, Bob?
I mean, it's really, I don't know, man. I don't know where you go from here with the eating challenge. He's proven it time and time again. I don't know what the next step is.
I'm telling you this right now. Like you think about the time it took to do the burger was 6:09. This was 5:26, Joe.
Yeah, 5:26 is what I had.
I got to tell you, this felt a lot faster. That burger challenge felt like the fries felt like it was an eternity. It felt like it was 20 minutes. This to me felt pretty quick. I'm not going to lie. It felt quicker. I thought the time was going faster than I thought I was going faster than the time was passing. Actually, I really did.
Yeah,
I think you went pretty fucking fast though. I mean, you went pretty good.
I'm not saying I didn't. I'm just saying I would have liked to have gone under 5, but 5:26, I'll take it. And again, I can't see how somebody could do that much better unless they're a professional eater, and this is what they
Oh.
do for a living.
Anyone who wants to talk shit, they gotta have to back it up with some kind of video proof, because I can't physically imagine someone being able to house Nuggets that fast.
That was tough.
I'd
tough.
love to talk shit to him too. I wish I had something to go at him on it. There's nothing you could go at it. I mean, it's. Did you see Kobayashi? He retired from hot dog eating, and they asked him. They were like, why he retired, and he said, I think he said something along the lines of like, "I'm not hungry anymore," or something like that. That was a great
What a line to go out.
Yeah,
dude, I'm gonna be honest. I have not. Besides yesterday when I had that meal last night, I have not eaten like that, like where I feel like ridiculously full, overstuffed in so long. I've been so like, not like, I just haven't been like starving to that degree, like, or ravenous to that degree. I just have not. And it's a shame because I was looking at myself yesterday in the mirror. I was like, you know what? The stomach looks flatter than it's looked. And now, of course, these last 24 hours certainly have thrown me for a loop, but that's fine. We'll bounce back. We'll bounce back.
Amazing, Joe. I was watching that Bob the Sports episode of last week of you with the OJ. You drinking that OJ in that heat. He took a fucking big I mean, that thing, the 18 holes was fucking brutal, but timed wise like that, man. Mike, did you see Joe after the hole in one, him call Nicole right after to cancel dinner plans?
I didn't see that part. I saw the celebration immediately following afterward and you jumping into Perez's arms and stuff. By the way, kid on Twitter claims to have your ball.
Yeah, it wasn't it. We
It's a
saw
fraud.
You saw the picture and the video and everything? Fake?
Yeah, it's not his ball.
It was, unless it's a different one. Perez had sent one into the group chat that was not even close.
Was it a Callaway 4?
Maybe this is a different video. Maybe this is a different video.
Yeah, well, I mean, this was a Callaway 4 that the kid was showing.
You want them in here?
Was that the ball that you were using or no?
He's so checked out today.
Yeah.
Yeah, he is. Was that the ball, Bob, or no?
It might have been a Callaway 4, but the one that I saw, it wasn't it.
Well, you tell me if this was it. Maybe it wasn't. Where the fuck is it?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, maybe it's a different video. But
could be.
But right after the hole in one, Joe calls Nicole and immediately just cancels the dinner reservations.
No, I don't think that's the one that Perez showed us. I don't think it's it.
I think it is, because then it goes into the video.
Yeah, there's a video also.
Yeah, I mean,
this is
as funny as the clip was for me to lose the ball after.
Yeah, that's the one. That's not it.
That's not it. Yeah. That's the same one. As funny as it was to lose the ball, like the clip was hysterical, but I really did want that ball.
When I saw that, I could not believe, and then I was like, of course I can believe, but I could not believe that you didn't immediately just put that ball away.
It was a wild.
Like, how? I'm going to put away the first true birdie that I hit, let alone a fucking hole in one ball.
I know he's gonna hang it to like next to like a Walter Payton jersey or something like that.
Yes. Right next to the Jim McMahon in the back.
Oh my God.
I know, but you know what though? The thing is, as much as I would have liked the ball, when you think about it, at the same time, Joe, would you stay with us here?
I'm sorry, the dog was yelping on the other side, man. He was sad. He wasn't
special guest. Trey the French. Special guest.
Also Joey D. It's a Joey D clone. As much as I would love to keep the ball, how many people, like, if you do get a hole in one, the fact that there was 2 cameras there, even though Jet's cameras are relevant because he wasn't looking at the hole, but how many people get 2 cameras all with their boys? Like,
no, it was as good as it could have ever been.
Yeah, nobody.
I'm starting having nightmares now, Bob, that I get a hole in one where I'm just playing a regular round of golf. I mean, it's like, I mean, I almost kind of don't want to make one unless it's on TV or it's on like film.
I know.
I mean, I don't know. I think you would enjoy it either way, but yeah, to have it memorialized in the fashion that it was.
A lot of people would question too. Like a lot of people, you see Xander's first reaction. He's like, "Is it on film?" Like a lot of people would not believe that Bob and I were capable of making such a shot, which is tough to accept as a person who, makes their bread being in the golf world. But that being said, you know what? They have no reason to accept it just on given word alone. So, You know what? Bob's got the video to prove it. I do not. I haven't made one, and I may never. That's the crazy thing too, Bob. There's people who will never make a hole-in-one their entire life.
I know, and there's a lot of incredible golfers that are way better than I am that don't have. It's such a freak. It's such a freak thing. It really, the hardest thing in the world for me was going that long, which in reality wasn't, what was it, a month, maybe less?
No, 2.5
less.
weeks.
Going that long without telling it, but like Mikey, not even telling you. I mean, I could have told you, but like not talking about it was probably the hardest thing. And then knowing what it would do for the channel, the support that came through it was great. I mean, it's one of the coolest moments I'll ever have.
Yeah, it's got to be. I mean, the banner alone at Callaway was fucking. My only comment was
that
like
was
laughing my
fake.
ass off. I thought that was so funny. I thought that was so funny.
I saw your comment on it. I thought when they did that, I thought it was fake
dying.
too. It didn't look
I was
real.
dying. No, I knew it was real. That's why I found it so funny.
Yeah,
I just was like, this is like a fucking this is just. We're living in a simulation, ladies.
We really are.
Bob's hanging from the rafters of Callaway. The guy hasn't shot a post 84 round in months.
It is.
What a ridiculous world.
You're
this
right.
guy's hanging next to the guy who just won a major championship.
Yeah.
So you know what?
Insane.
Our Callaway rep Ferg told me that you know, like how we have the back and forth with Xander, where like every weekend I message him like, if you want to bail out of whatever tournament he's in, come on Bob Sports, and he always fucks with me because like he won't come on. What they were originally going to do, and then finally it went up the ladder, and then they said no. They were going to put my banner in front of Xander, so they were going to have
oh my god,
and they were going to drop it. But there'd be so many people that were actually, a lot of people would find it funny, and then there'd be a lot of people that are really pissed off.
You would have people that are like, you would have a good group of people from the golf world that would be offended by it.
I agree.
There are people
which
who
is
are
like
golf
it's
aficionados
sad,
who don't have any time for YouTube golf, which, listen, they're entitled to their opinion. I think that we do make it, at least our channel, we're you know, we don't claim that we're great golfers, but we try to make it more relatable to the average day golfer and the trials and tribulations that somebody who's not good has to go through in an everyday round. So I think I don't think we're doing anything wrong, but some people are just anti YouTube golf.
Yeah, and the thing is, if you did do that, like if they did do that, Xander would not have given a fuck. Like Xander would have found it funny. He's such a ball bust. He don't give a fuck about his banner being up there. He just
did he message you, Bob?
No, and you know what?
Oh, he didn't congratulate you?
Yeah, and it's a good point. That upsets me a little bit. Yeah.
It's kind of fun.
Yeah.
You would have thought after they showed him twice, you know, talked about it and showed him the video, you know, a little thanks, Bob, or not thanks, but little congrats, Bob. Good for you. Or tip of the cap to you, Bob. Way to go on the ace. Something. He really don't give a fuck, Bob.
I kind of kept inventory on who texted me and who didn't.
Michael's just absolutely dealing with this poor fucking punishment, man.
Yeah. No, I'm joking about that, but Joe, you're right. I mean, he could have. What a performance! We probably should have done the Nugget challenge at the tail end, but he didn't want.
No, bro. And then they're sitting there, and then all I'm going to do the whole episode is think about it. And I was ready to go, man. I told you, I was ready to go. So it was
if you could redo it again, Michael, would you have stuck with the sweet and sour?
Yeah, for sure. I thought about that. Actually, I put a lot of thought into that. You know what? I love barbecue, but I think barbecue is like a heavier sauce.
Yeah, it might have amassed more mass.
I thought about ranch, and even ranch. I thought after a
dairy,
while
maybe the
tough.
dairy.
Yes. So I thought sweet and sour or ketchup was really the only two options, but ketchup, like I didn't want to mess with that either.
Chick-fil-A sauce could have gone far.
Can't do that with Wendy. I never even heard of Chick-fil-A.
Wendy.
I never even heard of Chick-fil-A. Never heard of it. Never fucking heard of it.
The sauce is good, though. The sauce is good.
Don't even know about it.
I think it's got an aftertaste, actually.
This is all we need, boys, right here.
Here.
Oh, man.
Look at that.
You know what I started
She's smiling
doing?
at you, Mikey.
I'm always like honey mustard or barbecue sauce.
Love honey mustard. Love honey mustard, dog. You know that.
I'm starting to really get into the ranch play for condiments, like with fast food too.
You love ranch.
You're
a ranch lover, though. That's well known about you. Like you're a big advocate for ranch.
But he didn't take ranch 1 overall. He took ketchup.
Because no, I had number 1 overall.
Oh,
I
you took ketchup, yeah.
Right, Bob? No, you had 1 overall.
Yeah.
You took
Yeah,
ketchup.
he took ketchup.
Is that right?
You did
No.
for a guy who loves ranch that much.
No,
I didn't.
I had ketchup. I got ketchup
Oh.
100%. I
Yeah.
think Bob went in the 3. Bob went in the 3.
I
hole.
went in the 3 hole, I think.
No, you took mustard, didn't you, Joe?
I took mustard at 3.
Yeah, I don't know. Bob must have took ranch. He
I
had
got
to take it.
I got such a kick out of Joey D going with tartar
Yeah, no,
sauce.
Beardown took
Yeah, the
ketchup
tartar.
1. Bob did take ranch. Bob took ranch.
He took ranch. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, Bob is. He's an advocate for ranch. That's
But-
well known.
That's come upon pretty recently though, as of like a few months. I've really, because there's like me and Joe even had wings the other day. There's something so special about dipping a wing in the ranch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you see, like to me, like, and this is an unpopular opinion, but I'll stick by it. Like, I think blue cheese is highly underrated when it comes to buffalo wings. I think buffalo and blue cheese I think they're a perfect couple.
But
Now,
I
I'm
don't-
not saying you go blue cheese with other things so much, but with the buffalo wing, a classic buffalo sauce, I think blue cheese hits the best.
But
That's
I don't think that is very underrated. I think you would get a lot of support there. I think there's a lot of people that would fight for blue cheese with the wings.
You know, I think these ranch people are bullies, though. I think
They
they like to bully the blue cheese community a little bit.
Yeah.
They like
yeah.
to go after the blue cheesers.
I will say this, Michael. When I
Go ahead.
first met Nicole, she asked me, "Are you a ranch or blue cheese kind of guy?" And at the time, I was really feeling blue cheese, and she really did not make me feel good about that answer. She really,
Yeah,
as
yeah,
a ranch aficionado,
they put you
as a
down.
ranch supporter, she was like, "Blue cheese is disgusting. How could you do blue cheese?" And I'll tell
Yeah.
you what, since then, really haven't hit it
got in your
blue
head.
cheese. And you know what? Maybe I need to go back to the well. Maybe
Yeah.
I need to go back and give blue cheese a fair
You know what
shot at
you
what it
need?
deserves.
You know what you need, Joe? That blue cheese and beef pizza from Canada is what you need. That's what Joe
That would go a
needs.
long way.
Little,
That would go a
little
long-
taste of home, Bob. Little taste of home.
That would go a long. It would go a long way.
knock
It really
it down.
would.
Knock it down with a little bubble gum ice cream.
Yeah, why not? Why not?
That's
A couple of
wild.
special plays.
So Joe, that is normal up there though. Like if you go to a pizza shop, there's going to be a lot of people ordering the blue cheese and beef pizza.
There were several different places I went where they had it, and it was pretty popular. So I don't know. I can't answer for all of Canada, Bob. I can answer for Vancouver
sure you
and
can.
Whistler.
Yeah, I mean that's
At
not
this
crazy.
point-
That's not
at
a
this
crazy
point-
ask.
At this point, we don't have many Canadians in a bigger position of power than you.
yeah, we have
I
tons.
mean, what do we got? Drake. That's
Yeah,
about it.
Weekend.
The weekend.
Justin Bieber.
Nah, by the way, I'm taking Joey D over the weekend.
Yeah,
I
and
think-
Bieber's been on the. He's been
Bieber is a star.
nowhere to be seen lately.
That
Bieber
is-
could disappear for 20 years and come back and have a #1 hit within a week.
Drake and Bieber. But then when you talk about putting Canada on the map, I don't think there's many more outside of Drake and Bieber that put Canada on the map.
Oh,
more than Joey
Shania
D.
Twain. Shania Twain.
No, Joey D over Twain.
Shania's good, Bob. What about Wayne Gretzky, Bob?
I
The
mean,
great one.
Is he Canadian though?
Yes.
Oh, that's gonna ruffle. That's gonna really ruffle.
yeah, Bob, you're gonna
man.
man.
That's
You
gonna-
think Wayne Gretzky was American?
You want me to be honest?
Yes.
Yeah, I did before this
Okay.
just now.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Why? Because he played in LA?
honestly,
He
yeah.
played,
I
he
always-
played in Edmonton too, didn't he?
I mean, he's a
Well,
member.
he was his best years were in Edmonton.
right.
He was good in LA, and then he actually went to the Rangers at the tail end of his career, and he actually played for the St. Louis Blues, which a lot of people don't know either. So
There's a-
there's a little
Joey
tidbit
D's
of
under
information for you.
Joey D's under a lot of pressure and stress to get the have a day drink to Canada. People even like on Twitter and stuff.
People think that I'm responsible for getting this drink in international, like in international homes. I don't have any control of this. There is such a thing as legal boundaries in terms of shipping alcoholic beverages internationally over international waters.
I don't like that attitude though, Joe. I think as Mikey V has really you can see man.
Return of the
I've been muting my microphone because I've been just ripping, just
Oh,
belches
but-
just
but-
out the yang, man.
Yeah,
I don't want to. No,
The
we don't wanna
return
add
of the Nug.
Yeah, yeah.
No.
Return with a vengeance.
Yeah, no.
Oh man.
No need to mute that, Mike. I
Instead
mean,
of
let
the
them hear
Empire
it.
Strikes Back, the Nug strikes back.
By the way, man, I know we're sponsored and we would say it regardless. I actually do think those saucy
They're
nugs,
fantastic.
Yeah, they're really good.
They're
really
really it's a simple concept, but it's really, really good.
I thought that
Wendy's seeing
the
board
spicy
well.
the spicy honey barbecue to me was like, I would get that on the regular. I would
I
get
like
that
the
like
ghost
every
pepper.
time I go. Yeah, the ghost pepper I thought was good. I didn't even think it was really like super, super hot. If like you're afraid of like trying it because you think it's gonna be super hot. I didn't think it was like unbearably hot. It was fine. It was tasty.
It was really good.
They're playing a game. That will be that's my favorite sponsor that we've ever had. I mean, it really
Yeah. I just think that she gets us. You know what
She
I mean? I
does.
think she just gets us. That's it.
yeah.
I just think she gets us out of all the other ones, all the other mascots. You know, Ronald don't get us. The King don't get us. You know, the chicken don't get us. Like Wendy gets us.
Tell you what, the King is out to lunch with that Chiking burger. That guy needs to.
The chicken got discontinued.
It wasn't good enough.
No, they weren't turning the margins. They were giving away too much. That's what I read. That's what I read.
Yeah. No,
You're a sick pup.
I do feel now like driving by a Wendy's. It's a cool feeling.
It's different.
You know?
Different now. You feel like you're invested now.
Yeah.
We were driving
Yeah.
by. Bob's driving the other day, just stops. I'm like, Bob, you can go. We're at a stop sign. There's no traffic. And he's just got his phone on. He's zooming in on the Wendy's across the street to take a picture. Oh, like what?
Every picture that someone sent of us in the background at UFC 302 is me watching whatever's happening and Bob like this hidden behind his phone. Every single background picture. And somebody was like, there's the picture. Mikey V living in the moment, Bob living behind the phone. And you know, that's what he does. Content don't sleep, dog.
He's not wrong. I mean,
I'm not.
Every picture, even in like the selfie that Strickland and Trump took, you see me in the back.
Yep. That's tough.
All right, boys. Well, let's get on into our buy or sell segment of the show. What did you see of the week that you liked? What did you see of the week that you did not like? I'd like to start it off, if I may, fellas, if you're okay with that. I don't know who I should directly sell. The women's basketball Olympic team, USA, not putting Caitlin Clark on the roster. It is, to me, I can't look. I don't know the WNBA top to bottom. I find it hard to believe that she's not talented enough to be on the roster, and all that's fine. Where I really have the issue is the report of why they said that they didn't want her on, is that apparently they were worried that Caitlin Clark fans would be upset about her playing time. That, to me,
rocks.
It is one of the worst.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You know, people always say, and I almost feel like this is every generation says this. Like you hear all these generation people say, you know, this generation's soft and stuff like that. I always think that that's literally every generation. But with that being said, you watch this, maybe our generation is soft. I mean, that's one of the weakest things I've ever heard.
Yeah, and you know what? I don't know, politically aside, like Diana Taurasi, I know, made comments about Clark before the draft when they were analyzing the draft and how they thought Clark would translate in the WNBA. And Taurasi made a couple comments that people were all up in arms about how, you know, it's different up here and she's got to prove herself. And I didn't think she said anything necessarily wrong, but I'm going to say this. It does appear that there is a lot of jealousy from these other women concerning Caitlin Clark. And you know what? That's very short-sighted and stupid because Caitlin Clark is bringing in a ton of revenue. You could sell out your stadiums. You could probably sell more merchandise. You could market the WNBA a little bit more. It's a situation where it should be helping everybody, not hurting anyone. You just got to kind of just go with it. I wouldn't go, like, you shouldn't be shoveling shit against the tide and you know, in hopes that you're going to change the tide. Just go with it. I think this is a situation where they should go with it collectively.
For the first time in a long time, people are watching the WNBA.
That's correct. And you know what?
And it's because of her and Angel Reese.
And Angel Reese says, it's not just because of her. You don't need to say that. People know about you too. You were very famous at LSU. Even casual fans of the sport know about you as well. Like, there's no need to say it. But Bob, the only thing I'm going to say is that the Olympic thing, maybe it's like more of you got to earn your spot. You got to earn your time to get put on that squad.
Not even a bench
maybe
spot, Mikey.
I hear you, Joe. I hear you, but I don't know. I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of with the Olympic stuff.
Christian Laettner played on the men's Olympic team. I get what you're saying. I do. Maybe that is.
I don't know. I don't know the WNBA well enough.
But you would think with the Olympics that you'd take the best. It's like us with the snake draft. You take the best player you got on the board. When I think of the Women's Olympics, it has a lot in common with the Brilliant Dumb Show. You take the best player on the board.
Sure. It's on the board. Actually, it's exactly like the Women's Olympics. come to think of it, it's exactly the same. Yes.
A lot of similarities.
Yes.
But
yes.
Yeah, and the last thing I'll say before we move on, but you would think with the way they're treating her, like Mikey was saying, like they're so hard on her, there's all Chelsea. You would think that she's like a pain in the ass. She's the classiest. Like even what she said when they asked her about it, she's so classy. I don't get it.
Yeah, she's not a problem, or like she's not like talking shit about people. Like she stays in her own lane. She's respectful. I don't know. I don't get it.
I don't know. I don't know either. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it.
It's a good sell though, Bob.
Thank you, Joseph. Let's send it on over to Joseph.
A sell this week, and I said this yesterday during the stream, Bob. You were out of the room, and I just don't, for the life of me, understand why when you download a game or you get something like on PlayStation or Xbox or whatever, these user agreements that they make you go and physically scroll down through and then press I accept. I said it during the stream last night, Bob, maybe you didn't hear it. They could literally be asking me to sign my life away. And I don't know a single person who has ever in their right mind read one sentence of an EA Sports user agreement. And for all I know, they're literally asking me to give Joey Cold Cuts LLC in full to them tomorrow. And I would have just scrolled right through and pressed accept. It's outrageous. It's ridiculous. Nobody's reading that. I know it's a legality thing, but come on, man. Well, you got to put fucking 5 pages worth of scrolling. I don't even know what the fucking text says. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And we're essentially could be signing our lives away. Get rid of the user agreements, for the love of God. Have me sign something when I buy the game and be done with it. It's unbelievable.
Mikey V, your thoughts?
Guy loves to sell the slightest inconvenience to his life on the planet. Traffic, user agreements. I mean, anything that gets in this guy's way, he's ready to sell it and sell it
Does
hard.
it not scare you that you could be signing something that you don't even know?
No.
You read those things?
No, I don't.
It doesn't worry you in the slightest?
I mean, they wouldn't have a business if they started doing that to people. They would go out of business instantly. They'd be getting sued left and right. They'd be held up in court, even if they got proven right at the end of litigation, because it said it in the fine print that you signed your soul away. They still would be tied up in so many lawsuits and litigations that they wouldn't even be able to be in existence anymore. So no, I don't. I do find them annoying. I just don't know if I find them annoying enough where like it really is that annoying. I usually just skip them and just go right to the box and click yes. I never read it.
I don't like to live my life based on what ifs. I don't need to do that. I want to live my life with a clear mind and a clear heart.
Oh, Joe, I think you've made your career off of what ifs. I really, Joe, I don't necessarily.
Clear eyes, clear hearts, full hearts.
It wasn't like a tactical sense to your journey. You just kind of let it rip, and whatever happens, happens. Like that's the Joey D way that I think of.
I just don't like to think that I could be potentially being taken for a ride. I don't like it.
I would love to know, like, because Gutsy's got a lawyer. Like, watch like Gutsy calling his lawyer, like, "Hey,
you know, screenshot of the screen of the user agreement." Yeah,
let me tell you something, man. Gutsy D, Joey D in a trial would be one of the most entertaining things. Like when the
Thanks,
when
Bob. That's great. I
when the-
appreciate that.
Maybe one day the parking tickets will catch up to him and he'll have to stand trial in LA for
I'll
them.
be front
LA traffic
center.
court.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'll be the guy doing the drawing of what it looked like in the
the artist rendering of Joey Cohen.
yeah, that would be.
What kind of fucking likeness is that?
A lot of people thought that I was going to get banged on that, and you know what? I proved a lot of people wrong. So
Well, it's not done yet, though, Joe. You got a lot of time left.
a lot of time left to what? I've been living in the United States for over 8 years.
Well, you got to go back to
Is
Canada
that it?
for the
8
wedding.
years? Is that it?
I moved to LA in end of 2016.
Yeah. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
Hey,
Because I think you're still getting, I think you're still getting accustomed to. No, I think you're still getting accustomed to United States stuff.
Almost a decade in the country. That makes a
No,
lot
I
of
know,
sense.
Joe, but I mean, it takes guys like me and Bob 30 years to get accustomed to all the, the customs of the United States. I
He's
think you're still.
backpedaling now, Bob.
No, I'm saying perhaps that's why sometimes you fumble, your American sayings and things like that because you're still getting acclimated. Is that not a possibility? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
I mean,
If I'm wrong, I'm
potentially.
wrong.
I
Yes,
mean,
because
listen, if you're gonna give me an excuse to for some of my trials and tribulations, I'll take that excuse.
there you go. And about trials, we're back to trials again. No trials. Let Joey walk. Free Joe.
But
Free
like
Pepsi.
when
I'm
the pro-
already free.
Yeah, that's true. We got to
When-
stay free, Joe.
when the
I'm free as a
process.
bird, Michael.
By the way, Mikey sent me a screenshot, and I guess it came from a fan of the show of a Joey D mugshot. I thought it was real.
Oh,
It looked-
yeah.
That is
these kids are
Let me
sick.
see.
Joe.
Let me
Do
see.
you-
Let me see.
Joe,
Let me see.
Joe.
No, these
No,
kids
okay.
are
Can we see it, Mikey?
I don't
It's not me.
Bob, how long ago did I send you that? It had to
Oh.
be like weeks ago. It was
Oh.
weeks ago.
Hold
Oh,
the
this
phone.
guy keeps.
I mean,
a
he's definitely
Rolodex
got it
in
because
that
he's a fucking
phone.
archivist. But
He
I mean,
keeps a Rolodex in that.
this guy, Joe, this guy must have done like an AI like jail photo of you or whatever. It's unfucking. It's unreal. It's
Joe,
unreal. Hopefully he has it. Maybe he
It
doesn't.
looks.
Oh, he's
this-
got it.
This ain't it.
No, that ain't it, dog. That ain't it. Looks good though. Looks good. Now that's a body by Wendy.
Okay, I got it.
Body by Wendy.
I got it. To me, this looks pretty. This looks pretty close.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
You ready?
Flip it around.
Yeah, it's fake. First of all, the Lloyd Christmas
The
bowl
Lloyd
cut.
Christmas haircut. That's
Secondly,
exactly
when
how
I
it looks.
actually was, I wasn't incarcerated. When I was
you were
taken in,
you were incarcerated.
but there's no charges pressed, Bob.
But you
You're
were
free-
incarcerated.
Let me ask you this: were you free to leave?
yes,
No. Were you free to leave when they took you and put you and booked you? Were you free to leave?
oh no,
at
the
your own
next
accord?
day, the next day.
You were incarcerated.
All right, whenever. When I was incarcerated, I was clean shaven, clean as a baby's bottom.
Mikey,
Okay.
do you know I had gotten arrested and I got along so well with the officer that
Doesn't surprise me. Go ahead.
He took him to lunch.
we still talk till this day. But what I did was I
Oh
convinced
my
him.
God.
I convinced him to not put me in handcuffs. And I said, look, officer, if you could just do me a favor, I really don't want to go in the handcuffs. Like, it would be really bad for my mojo. And like, it would really, so he didn't put me in the handcuffs.
My mojo.
So
I
when-
would have
when-
fucking cuffed him so fast.
So when
Officer
people-
Cutsy.
when people came by, he would say, just act like I'm putting you in the handcuffs. We got along so well. Anyway, and then I wanted to call my mom just to let her know. So I went to call her and she didn't answer. And I forgot that I didn't hang up. So it's a voicemail on my mom's phone. And she hears me cracking up with the officers and we're having a blast. She was so mad.
It's like
when
super
she-
bad.
We had, we,
Yeah.
But
McLovin!
McBobbin.
the bottom line is, they couldn't charge me. They couldn't charge me because they never put me in handcuffs. So I was arrested.
And
but
Bob
never-
didn't know that. He didn't know that stipulation. I'm sure.
That's not a stipulation I've ever heard of, but that's interesting.
Is that true? That
I don't know. I've never heard of that. It's mandatory that they put you in the cuffs to be able to charge you. If they bring you in, I'm sure they could charge you whether you were in cuffs or not. They could charge you if they
you
bring
know
you
what? Maybe it was a Miranda rights situation.
in. Could have been. Could have been.
He didn't read
Could've
you your
been.
rights?
No, we were fucking around the whole time. Once I got in
What
there,
did he fucking arrest you for?
it was on 420, and it was the most.
Uh-oh. Little
Yeah.
devil's lettuce action there for
It
Robert.
was the
Oh,
most
Devil's lettuce
popular.
after he made a deal with the devil.
It was the most popular weed spot in town. It was such a stupid thing to do. I want to say it was called Buttermilk Farms. Everybody went there to go smoke weed. And I came out. The girl that I was smoking with had a shirt on that said "dope" with the marijuana leaf.
Yeah, that's tough too. That's
That checks out.
But enough about me. Let's head on over to the buy or sell with Mikey V.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna buy this week. I think I'll buy, and I'll buy our girl. I'm gonna buy Wendy's. I mean, it might sound like a sellout buy, but you know what? Time and a place for a sellout for everybody. If I say, and Wendy's Saucy Nugs available now after June 9th. You don't even need the app. You just walk right in, go get them. They're brand new. They're delicious, spicy, sweet, whatever you want. You want to stick with Wendy's, just ate 50 of their regular nuggets. You could go with those too. You don't need to eat 50 to get satisfied. 10 will do just fine. Either way, Wendy's, great stuff. Keep pumping it out and keep pumping us up. That's all I could say. Wendy's.
I DM
God
with her all
bless
the time. She gets
Good for
right
you.
back to yeah, I do.
Yeah, good for you.
By the way, those Baconator fries, I know it's hard for you to think about right now, Mikey, but those
Yeah,
Baconator
no.
fries are tremendous.
Yeah.
They're your favorite, Bob.
I love them, man. I really, really do. I absolutely love them.
I couldn't imagine eating anything for like at least 24 hours.
All right. Well, without further ado, let's head on over to our next game. This is going to be the top 5. Joey D, why don't you tell them what we're going to be doing?
I gotta go grab my pen and pad while you do that.
Okay, Joey D, why don't you tell the folks what we're going to be doing today?
So today's top 5, we are assembling a roster, an NBA roster. It's not of all time. It's of the current best NBA players, a collection of the current best NBA players. You have to have a roster that comprises of a center, a power forward, a small forward, a shooting guard, and a point guard.
Oh, you do have to
Correct.
fill all the positions, is that right?
You have to fill the positions to create your own roster.
Okay.
Top 5 players as they currently stand in today's NBA.
Okay.
Okay, so I took it last week, which, by the way, to win with a landslide like that, I thought Mikey's
Yeah.
list was the favorite.
To me, Mikey had the best list.
These guys, our demographic is a lot younger than I think we think. And like Cheers just like did not resonate with anybody, but I
agree.
don't care. Again, I wouldn't compromise that. And if you haven't watched Cheers, I would suggest that you watch it because it's fucking great. It's great. It's great.
You know what was disgusting, Joe, was when Mikey tried to I won and he tried to say that it's because of the hole in one that people wanted to
well, a lot of people were Team Bob this week. That's all I'm gonna say.
Bob was essentially the world's buy of the week this week.
Correct, Joe. Thank you. Thank
But
you, Joe. Thank you.
if you think that
Thank
that had anything to do,
Your list wasn't that good, dog. in my
I
opinion. I don't think it was. I thought Joe's list. The only thing about Joe's list that I could never get behind, that I'm surprised
Friends.
didn't tank him, because a lot of people fucking hate it, is Friends. I fucking can't stand
Friends is very
Friends.
popular.
Yeah, no, but
Yeah,
I
just
get
don't
that.
like it.
I
I don't
And
like
by the way,
Friends,
Friends
dog.
was the last pick in the draft. It was the last.
Was it the last pick?
I believe, or was the last pick? It was
No,
my
your last pick was no, your last pick was not Friends.
No, it was
Oh.
yeah.
It
My
was
last pick was
it was
Friends.
after I picked South Park. I don't think it was Friends because it threw you all off because you were going to pick South Park. You didn't pivot to Friends. You pivoted to something else. I forget what, but I don't think it was Friends.
Friends
Yeah.
was my last pick. It was my last
Was
pick.
it? Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
it was
I
the
stand
last.
corrected.
It was the last pick of the draft because I was the 3 seed. So
Yeah, you know
took
what?
South Park,
I'm
which fucking
so
banged
stupid.
me.
I'm looking right at the list. I could have just looked over. I didn't even.
I will
Yeah.
say
It was the last pick of the draft, and I thought for being the last pick of all of the entire draft, a show like Friends is a very, what some people might not like it, but I thought it was still.
Hey, you
it
finished
was-
second. I didn't even finish second. So-
I can't believe that. I will say this: Mikey V is like the John Carlos Stanton of snake drafts.
Yeah, it's
he
all or
either
nothing.
hits a fucking
Yeah,
home
it's
run
all
or
or
he
nothing.
whiffs
Yep.
and comes in last place.
It's fair. It's fair.
it's true. You know
By the
what,
way, Bob, you said John Carlos Stanton.
By the way,
Friends of the
Yankees in
pod.
big trouble.
Program.
Big trouble. Yankees.
I
Big
know.
trouble.
I'm starting to get upset because you know what? It's the first time they've really been tested with like a team like that of that caliber. Very
Now
concerned.
Soto is not going to the IL. I just saw officially not going to the IL, so he's going to be available tonight. They really need to not get swept by the Dodgers. But you wanted to see them. Soto goes out. Let's see some resilience. One of the better teams, a big time team coming into your building. They needed that first game and they didn't
The
get it.
first
And then
game
last
was a
night they got
crapshoot. It was
obliterated.
anybody's game.
I know they needed that one and they didn't get it. And then last night was a laydown game, which isn't good.
You know,
They
bothered
could
me?
have easily won the first, Mikey.
Yes.
Volpe asked when we're coming to the game, and he really meant the Audi Club of when the Audi Club. And it was very tough to tell him that we don't have anything on the books.
Oh.
So I said, if you guys make the playoffs, that's what we're going to decide to do is do a playoff game. And then that would be great because then the
Could
stakes
you
would be that much higher.
imagine that?
Tell him to throw me to follow in the meantime.
I was going to
I
get
mean,
to that.
not for nothing. Not for nothing.
Did you get the follow back from Fowler after UFC?
Sure did not. Sure did not.
Oh
No.
no.
He never saw that. He never saw that story though. So, it was a gamble. It was a gamble.
I didn't get the follow back from
A-Rod.
yeah.
But he DM'd you.
Yeah,
then
but still.
I feel like there's a possibility to get a follow there. There's ample opportunity.
See,
there,
I
Bob.
disagree. I think the time's passed. Like when I posted Mikey's clip of making fun of him for the cover one defense, he saw it. He saw it right away.
I think you're still fine there, Bob. I wouldn't pull shoot just yet.
Pretzel job,
but you know what? still my quarterback, and I have full faith in him.
Yeah.
And you know what? You should get a jersey.
You
it's
should.
a respect play, Bob. Even if you hang it up.
I'm not there yet.
Play.
Yeah, I'm not there yet.
Maybe that's why you don't have his follow.
Fucking bar. I have to clean this bar so bad. It's bothering me so much. There's water and fucking nugget juice everywhere. It's so bad.
Father of two that did that today, by the way. Incredible stuff. All right, let's get on into it. As Joey D said, you're going to be assembling a starting five of the NBA here. I went back and forth with this a lot. I am going to go with the number one overall pick.
Wow.
Yeah, I am going to go with because I think with the one pick is if it's so clear cut, you got to do it. And that's
so Joe, are you going to take 3?
Big moment here.
Right.
Oh,
okay.
I'm going to take 3.
He's going to take the 3. He's going to take the 3. So that leaves Mikey
3.
V in the 2. I'm going to go right out of the gate, Nikola Jokic. So I got my center.
Jokic.
Center, power forward, small forward, shooting guard,
point guard.
Sure.
Okay, we go over to Mikey V.
Give me my power forward. Give me Giannis.
Okay, we head over now to Joey D.
All right, I'm going to go with Steph Curry as my point guard. And then I'm going to take, coming back, I'm going to take Jason Tatum at my power forward.
We go over to Mikey V.
Give me Luka at point.
Oh, Joe, I'm shocked you didn't take Luka.
Steph Curry is the greatest point guard of all time.
Yeah, not right now he ain't though.
He's not now. Okay. So, all right. So he's got Tatum.
He's got Tatum as his power forward, Curry at point. I got Luka at point, Giannis at power forward. You got Jokic manning the middle. Big dog.
Okay.
Big dog.
Give me LeBron at small forward. Okay. Now, can I eventually change that if I want to put him to power forward?
He's a small forward.
He can play anywhere though.
Yeah, that's the tough thing with this. Like,
I think once you state the position the player is in, that is the position that you.
Okay, that's Joey's ruling.
I think the committee has to stand by that.
That's fine.
Okay, then if that's going to be the case, give me LeBron at power forward.
Okay.
Give me LeBron at power forward. Okay. And then go ahead and lock me in for. Give me Kevin Durant at small forward.
I'll take give me Embiid at center.
Sure.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Centers are tough to come
Bob, who
across.
was your other one that you took?
LeBron and Durant.
Oh, I hate Durant. All right, so you took Embiid. I'm gonna take Anthony Edwards as my shooting guard,
Good play.
and then I am gonna come back around. So I have a point guard, a shooting guard, a power forward. I'm gonna take Jimmy Butler as small forward.
We go
I think
back,
Jimmy brings a lot to the table.
back over to Mikey V. Who's really Mikey V, who is really, really going through it right now, ladies and gentlemen.
Sure am. Yeah, sure am. Give me shooting guard. I'm going to take Devin Booker.
That's a good one.
Okay. Now I'm a back-to-backer, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Close you out.
So go ahead and lock me in for Kyrie Irving at point guard.
Bob, you took two guys that you traditionally hate.
Well, but it's on. By the way, I took Brooks Koepka in the golf. I mean,
Yeah, I know.
It's just
I find it hilarious. You can't stand Durant and you can't stand Irving, and you have both of them. I remember when they were both on your team, you're like, I don't even want to cheer for the Nets.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. That was a tough time to be a Net fan. Being a Net fan, by the way, once Keith Van Horn left, that was the end of that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So I got Kyrie Irving at point guard, and then go ahead and give me Kawhi Leonard at shooting guard.
All right.
And now we head on over back to Mikey V. Not easy, and we're sorry for the silence, folks, but putting together a roster here.
These ones are very strategic because you have to not only come up with a pick, but you have to put it in a position. It's
Give me Jaylen Brown.
That's a good one. Small forward.
Yep.
That's a good one. All right. All I have left is center. And listen, I can't believe Shea Gilgeous-Alexander got left off the map.
I thought about him
as a shooting guard. He's so good. I'm gonna go for center. I'm gonna go with Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis, and that's still a very good center.
Bob's team on paper is shock value. Like everyone's going to see LeBron, Durant, Kyrie, Kawhi.
But
that's going to be like, that's my contention, but I don't think people will give a shit. That's just what I'm going to say. I think they're still going to just vote for it.
Can we name the teams?
Yeah, let's hear them.
Yeah, Bob's got Jokic, LeBron, Durant, Irving, and Kyrie. Kawhi Leonard. I have Giannis, Luka, Embiid, Booker, and Brown. Joe has Curry, Tatum, Edwards, Butler, and AD. Bob's going to run away with this again.
I feel great about it. I feel really.
But Durant is not even a top 10 player right now.
Doesn't matter.
Durant is definitely a top 10 player.
He stinks.
He doesn't. To say Kevin Durant stinks is crazy.
I would take 14 out of the 15 players that we named. I would probably take over him.
I don't know if you really believe that.
I think he's done, dude.
I really don't. Mikey, I actually think your roster. Give me your roster one more time.
Giannis, Luka, Joel Embiid, Booker, and Brown.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it is. It's solid. Wow. A very, very interesting episode today. We got to give a nice warm round of applause. Actually, instead of the round of applause, if you folks could be so kind and smash that subscribe button for Mikey today, who was just tremendous. And here's the deal. I say it a lot, but it really is true. A lot of momentum coming here on the Brilliantly Dumb Show. There's talks of a possible trip to Maine. Mikey, is there anything that you want to say here to close us out?
No.
Okay, Joey D, is there anything that you want
I
to say?
got nothing left in the tank. I'm done.
He has given everything he has, so I don't think anything's
done.
necessary. I will say this, that the trajectory of this podcast is at it's at a point right now where it's fun to watch, and we have been grinding away on this podcast for what seems like years. To see it, finally start to get the recognition, finally get Wendy, finally get NASCAR. I mean, listen, we might get a studio soon. There is some very promising things on the horizon. There's still a lot of challenges for Mikey to undertake. And you know what? We ain't going anywhere anytime soon. So you know what? I think the show is just continuing to rise to a level of a peak where we have yet to see.
Do you have an issue with that,
frankly.
Michael?
I mean, this is not a food challenge podcast. I can't do this
Could be.
regularly. Once
Yeah,
a year, that's a good pace.
I heard mentions
it
of
last year.
of a shrimp cocktail.
Did it
That
this year.
should be the next.
That's fine, but I need some time off now. I got to get the body right again. I
Maybe
need some time off. That took a lot out of me.
Maybe we bring back the pantry boys just with a much better roster and a much more committed roster now. Possibly.
Away we go.
with
Away
some,
we go.
With some dogs, with some
I'm ready
real
to-
dogs.
I'm ready to run.
I mean,
whenever
listen,
you say dog.
there's you won't
do-
find a bigger dog in the yard. I
No,
mean, you just
no.
won't. You just
maybe
won't. You just
Joey
won't.
D,
You
Joey
just-
D,
you just won't.
do we
I
bring
don't
back?
give.
Do we bring back the pantry boys? Okay,
I mean,
All right.
I'd like to hear it in the comments below.
That pantry door's open.
pantry doors open. Pantry
There's a
doors
revolving
open.
seat needing to be filled, possibly two.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does it for another edition of the Brilliantly Dumb Show. We love you. We appreciate you. Great job by Michael. We'll see you next time.